Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. That's their freshman starting wide receiver, and we hope he's not out of the game too long. Holly will keep an eye on things for us. Straight ahead, it's Sanders. Fights off a defender. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the... And it's first down. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. There's the guy we believe is going to be a workhorse in this one. Both these teams love to keep it on the ground, and they have guys who can carry the load. Hits the hole, it's Sanders. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The pitch. Spins away from the defense. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Brady. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hits inside, it's Sanders. He's dropped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Continues to fight for yards. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Still scoreless here after this offense has dominated time of possession as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his target. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Wants to throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Back to throw, it's Brady. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And there he goes. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game, because this linebacking crew can be exploited. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Owens. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Sets his feet. It's Manning. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third down from the gun, Manning. Left side is Hester. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Now he's looking into the middle. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Second and long here. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That is no good. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if he gets a do-over. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
And after rolling snake eyes on the first 2-point try, they'll just kick it this time. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Hey, guys, checking in with the visiting head coach at the half. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Brady. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They need a huge play on third and long. Looking to throw. He's got it on the run. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting aggressive here and going for two. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Play action on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Sets his feet. It's Brady. He's got it down the middle. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. No room to bring it back. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fresh of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Keeps it himself. Rides the option. He keeps it. He's past the sticks. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for the edge. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking for a crease. It's Sanders. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. To throw, it's Brady. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the first down. Finding some room. He's at the 30, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown! How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
What a find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
Here comes the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sanders. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the move from inside his own 20. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And we're going to wrap this one up with the PAT. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a